Hello and welcome to another episode of How This Indie Dev. Today I'm joined by Sam from the YouTube channel Samyam. You are a game developer slash YouTuber slash generally pretty cool person. We have some overlapping circles that we run in, like Discord friends and YouTube friends and Unity groups and stuff. So I've been watching your stuff for a while. Your YouTube tutorials for like the new input system in Unity were very helpful for me. So
Nice.
it's been fun to finally sit down and schedule a chat where we can just commiserate about the difficulties of game development and video creation.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for the invite. Also, I like that word, commiserate. What was it?
Yeah, commiserate. Yeah, I
I've never heard of that. Okay, I
yeah
like it.
I use that term a lot because I feel like it perfectly encapsulates the idea of like bonding over pain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna
yeah,
add that.
yeah. Do a spelling test at the end or a vocab test. See how many $5 words we can fit into the podcast. You just released a game on Steam a couple months
Hmm.
ago called Desktop Cat Cafe.
Yes,
That's pretty cool.
it was something. It was
It's
something. All right.
okay. Okay. I won't say any more. What are your feelings about the whole process of developing that game?
The process of development
Yeah.
was excruciatingly painful. I'm not gonna lie. It was
Perfect.
actually horrible. It was supposed to be actually like a 1 week prototype kind of thing. And then it turned into a 1 month game that we were supposed to make really quickly.
Hmm.
And then, oops. And then somehow it turned into a year-long project. And it was a little frustrating because I didn't plan on it being a year-long project.
Hmm.
So, during it, I kept getting a little annoyed. I'm like, wow, I'm still working on this.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even care that much about it as a passion project.
Hmm.
Um, but I started to care more the more I did it. Like
Yeah.
from the start, I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do this because it seems fun and like a good idea for a game.
Hmm.
And then it just kind of steamrolled balled into
Yeah.
this whole thing, and I was like, oh my god, it was. And Unity also, it was a little tough to get it to work in Unity, like all the pieces, because we just didn't plan at all for anything.
It sounds like it was a very good learning opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I took it as. Usually, your first Steam game is going to be a hot mess.
Hmm.
So we learned a lot.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome. So you partnered with one person, and like the premise of
mhm.
the game is really cool because it runs on your background. Like it takes up like the very bottom of your screen, and you
Yeah.
can work on other stuff, and then you can also run this little cat cafe and unlock stuff and set up like furniture and all these things, which is a really cool idea. What was the pain point for you? Was it trying to collaborate with like other people on the project, or was it like scope creep? Like the game just ballooned into something bigger than you wanted? Was it the actual like tech for trying to figure out how to get something to run on your desktop? Because that's not usually you have a full screen window, and that's not something a lot of people do.
So the team working on the teammate wasn't the issue. We actually, I don't know the word. We bowed pretty well together, like working. Like I excel in some things, and he excels in others.
Hmm.
Um, and so we just worked well together. The problem, many pain points actually. One is that we didn't plan at all ahead. So we first went from an indoor cat cafe game and then realized we didn't have the art assets to support it, and we thought it would look weird under your desktop, like to
Hmm.
be indoor with the walls, because the walls would take up so much space on the
Mm.
screen. And we were like, well, what do we do now? And so we were like, we're not artists, so we decided to make it a 3D so we could use existing 3D assets, and then take away the walls. And for the building, it started off as a grid system. We built a whole grid system, and then we threw it all away when we were like, this is a lot of not only work, but it's very limiting
Mm-hmm.
to place things on a grid. And we wanted this to be sort of like a free for all, like you could do whatever in the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically changed the game as we were making it. So we had to throw away a lot of the code we already made, and a lot of the systems. We would just keep rewriting them over and over and over again. I don't know how many lines we've deleted. So it was just really bad planning, first of all. Second of all, the technology, yes, was really hard to get working. Luckily, I didn't work on that, so I didn't have to work. That was all Walter. He spent like 3 to 4 months just trying to get it working, because we drew inspiration from Rusty's retirement. I don't know if you heard of it. You probably no. Okay, so they popularized the bottom of the screen desktop thing, but it was 2D with this little robot that it was cute that you garden. And so we were like, oh, this is cool. And we wanted to, when that came out, I was like, oh, we should do this quickly to get on the hype train. So we'll didn't do that, but I'm getting off track. But anyways, the technology for 3D was kind of different, because for 2D it's simple. You just it's just like a section, and you just don't render the top or whatever. But for 3D, he had to like calculate exactly what was hittable and what was not. So like trees, this is the tree with the bark or whatever, and so you had to be able to click like under the tree.
Oh yeah.
So he basically checks the whole screen to see if you're clicking on the game, but it's actually really much more complicated, because to do all that tech, he had to use like the Windows C++ API. Like he had to go really low level, or like and like do threading. And then he had a lot of trouble with threading, because Windows is really bad. Like it doesn't have like a nice time flow of things happening. So a lot of the code is just him waiting like 5 seconds, like wait 5 seconds and then do this, because Windows just wouldn't tell you when something was ready. I don't know. Nice. It was a mess. But yeah, the biggest problems were that just not scoping well, and then scope creep. Like the grid system was easier, but we decided to go for the free building. And with that came so many complexities, because now we want to place stuff on the tables. We have to attach the chairs to the table. What happens if you move the table with the chairs? What happens if you move the table with the chairs with the customers? What if the customers are ordering something in that process?
Yeah.
It was just a whole mess, really.
Yeah.
And my code was so spaghetti. I'm sorry, but none of the standards I preached, I could do them. It was just so big and such a mess.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's natural.
Done.
Yeah, especially if you are scoping it for like a 1 week project or maybe a 1 month project, then you're probably not going to set up systems that are very modular and scalable.
Yeah, I set it up to like get it working.
Yeah.
And then I just kept getting it working, and then because I didn't know what we were doing, really. I was just like, oh, we're going to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, it was a lot of rewriting and redoing.
Interesting. So so the project obviously ballooned into something bigger than you were initially anticipating. I'm trying to figure out how to frame this question that I have, because I've been thinking a lot in the terms of, I've been reading through this book. I don't know if you're familiar with Ben Anderson. He goes by Heartbeast online.
Heartbeast. I've seen his videos.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. He wrote a book called The Production Point, and I've been reading through it, and
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I mean, I emailed him and asked if he would send me a copy, because I want to make like a YouTube series on different game dev books, but that's one of the best ones that I've read so far. And the whole premise of the book is that during the game development life cycle, you go from the prototyping phase to the production phase. And so the first prototyping phase, you're doing like a lot of experimenting and finding out what's fun and trying to discover the identity and design of the game that you're making. And then once you have all of the core features implemented, then you switch on that pivot, which is the production point, and then you go into production, and then that's mostly like adding content and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he advocates that the prototyping phase should be like really fun, and you hold things very loosely, and you try out things, and you throw out a lot of code, and you're just like, it's more like adventurous and kind of should be more fun. But and that was kind of very eye-opening to me, and I kind of read that sort of mindset into your story about developing the desktop cat cafe, because I always want to be very efficient, and I hate throwing away work. And so I feel like usually I try and jump straight into the production side of things, where I'm like, okay, like we need to just move forward and be linear, and if I have to pivot the design, then that's seen as like an obstacle, you know? Does that fit into kind of how you thought about it?
I'm not sure, because the problem was, the other issue was I didn't really understand our core audience, which were cozy gamers, because I don't play cozy games, which was another big problem that I should have considered before doing it. And so I just kept trying to guess what they liked. So we have a lot of objects that you can place. And we thought, they want this huge map. So we built a huge map. Oh, but that's not enough. They'll want to have like a ton of stuff to place on the map. Oh, they'll want to have like a ton of recipes. Oh, wait, but they'll want this and this and that. And in reality, another game that was a desktop game came out where it's just a little frog on an island, and he just chills and he doesn't do much, and it like did so much better. And we had so much more features, but the more simplistic thing did so much better. And then after that I was like thinking, I'm like, I think I just didn't understand the audience, because then people complained that the map was too big. And then people complained that there weren't enough items, even though we added all these things. So I forgot the original question, really, but I think the way of thinking about it is just that I didn't know what I was targeting, so I just kept making guesses, which now I will not do anymore.
Yeah. Well, how did you feel about the reception of the game once you launched? Because looking at your Steam page, it seems like there's a lot of positive reviews.
Yeah, well, the people like the idea quite a lot, and some people really love it. There's one person spent like 800 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah, more than me actually. I don't know how that works, because I made, and when you make it, it logs in Steam while you're playing it in Unity. But the reception was good. However, we had to launch. We were kind of delaying the launch. We already delayed it once with Steam, and you're not supposed to really delay too many times, like too close to the launch date. And so it was time to launch. We launched it or not. And the problem was, like, the day before launch, for some reason, Unity decided to bork everything.
Oh no.
I don't know what I did. I don't know. Like, everything broke. Like, quite literally the entire game broke. Like, the day before. And so we were like up all night just fixing the game, and it worked, but there were like quite a few bugs when we launched. So unfortunately, we had a rocky start, because once you get like a negative review, it kind of like hampers the push, I think, that Steam is giving it. So we had a few of those, and like people, and we fixed all of them like really quickly, like the big ones that would like actually interrupt the game. But the rocky start really ruined the launch. It actually hampered a lot of our visibility and the reviews. And now it's better. But yeah, the launch was rough, so pay attention. Do not launch with bugs. But since this whole project was kind of like a makeshift thing. We didn't plan ahead well enough. So
Yeah.
too bad.
Have you? I'm sure that you've heard of people talking online about like in the game dev sphere, the YouTuber game dev dynamic. Where are you like a YouTuber first or a game dev first? And if you're doing both, like which do you prioritize more?
Yeah.
How do you view yourself, and what do you enjoy more between the two?
Well, at first I was a YouTuber, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I've been doing it for many years. But this channel's 5 years, I think. And I agreed. Like I knew about the dynamic, and I know there's like a negative sentiment in a way towards YouTubers who are game devs who don't have a Steam game per se. So I wanted to also make a game not only for that, but to prove myself in a way. And so now actually, once I started making the game and now continue to make games, I've actually been uploading less YouTube videos because I just do not have the time.
Mm-hmm.
So now I kind of view myself as both because I really like both, but it's hard to like put time into YouTube because it's so time consuming to just make one good video.
Yeah, I'm with
Like
you.
the script just takes me like a few days to write.
Yeah. Well, and your channel has transformed too because I feel like you were doing a lot more tutorial content
Yeah.
earlier on, and now you're doing a lot more like thematic or like I don't know how to describe it. How would you describe it? There's like some advice videos, there's like some entertainment videos, like how would
Yeah.
you yeah.
It's very experimental, I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. I'm kind of like throwing stuff out there and seeing what hits.
Yeah.
Some of it's been doing great. The last few videos haven't. So I've just been trying to see what would give me the most views, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In like the
That
game
makes
dev
sense.
sphere. But also like a nice audience. Because I don't want like children like make a horror game or something. I'm
That's
not
accurate.
dealing with that. Okay, yeah. I switched it from tutorials because it's a lot of work. I wanted more audience. Like I was planning on like doing games in the future, so I wanted, game devs aren't the best. Like hardcore game devs, like watching tutorials aren't the ones that are really gonna buy your game. Like they're
Yeah.
not gonna be the ones to push your game. So I decided to make more general content,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's still game dev related, because that's like what my channel grew as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been kind of throwing darts and seeing what hits, and I'm still like experimenting. Like I'm still like, what should I do?
Yeah.
I don't know
do
what
you
I'm
factor
doing.
in like the content that you enjoy making, or are you like even if I hate the videos, like I'll make like whatever brings the channel most success so that I can continue doing this, or how do you think about that?
Well, I didn't like doing tutorials after 4 years, so
Yeah,
I
that's a lot
stopped
of
doing
work. Yeah.
it. Yeah. Also, people are very needy. People who watch tutorials. I'm sorry, but
Like posting questions underneath the
like
video.
yeah, like at first it was fine. I would spend 2 hours every day answering questions, but then it got to be too much.
2 hours a day answering questions? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like on my Discord, I made sure there was no question left unanswered.
Wow.
Like I was really dedicated for some reason. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, yeah, I gotta answer all these questions. But they just keep coming, and some people are kind of ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of YouTube is kind of, whatever. I mean, but yeah, tutorials are just a lot of work. I wasn't getting a lot of bang for the buck, and I was like, oh, I gotta change this up.
Mm-hmm. Well, your channel has grown to over 100,000 subscribers. So what propelled that growth?
Well, the tutorials were the base. And then I was trying to expand, but I didn't know how. And I actually took like a 3-month YouTube course.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the YouTube, and you know those people who sell YouTube courses.
Mm-hmm.
One was by Paddy, Paddy. I don't know his last name. I took that course and I actually learned the fundamentals of YouTube, which for some reason they're very simple. And for some reason, since I started when I was 10 years old, YouTube, I just never thought about like, oh, right, the title and the thumbnail matter.
Yeah.
Like really simple things.
Yeah.
And like, make a topic that people would be interested. But like it gave me it in writing, and I was like, oh, and I like the dots connected in my head. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I also have a friend that I kind of bounce ideas around, and so together we kind of bounced ideas around, and I did this course which really helped me like think about ideas that would do well on YouTube. And from there, like I immediately started seeing like results on the videos, and then I took another course.
Nice.
I wasn't done with the course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the course has really helped me. Yeah, I'm all about buying courses if they help you out.
Yeah. How do you differentiate from courses that are like have actual good content, you know? Because I feel like there's a lot of, especially YouTube courses out there where it's like, is this going to help me, or is this person just trying to like...
Yeah. Well, sorry for interrupting. These people have worked with like Mr. Beast and like top creators, and the course was expensive. It's just two factors.
Yeah, that's...
And it came like my friend, he does a lot of YouTube management stuff, and he knew about them and like knew it was like recommended by other people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was like, yeah, it was just came recommended. It's not me randomly like picking out someone.
Yeah. Word of mouth is pretty powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that you've been doing YouTube since you were 10 years old?
Yeah, 10, 11. Somewhere.
That's crazy. Has it all been, I mean, this your current channel or a different channel or what?
No, it's different channels, which I will never disclose. They're so cringe.
What kind of content was it?
Gaming content.
Nice.
Yeah, like Let's Plays. Like back in the old YouTube era where you can still customize the sides of the YouTube page. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
It was so fun.
Wow,
they
that's
made
crazy.
it so corpo.
Dang, so you've been a YouTuber for a long time then.
Yeah. In a sense that's helped me because I've just seen a lot of things that have been popular. Like even now I just spent a lot of time just browsing YouTube.
Yeah.
Just looking at thumbnails and videos.
Yeah. Do you look inside the game dev niche, or do you look at other types of videos?
I kind of look at everything.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of game dev, like the ones that do popular, kind of look outside of game dev. There's not a lot of game dev content, to be honest. And most of them are just, the ones that are really popular are just creating a game. Right. Or like some challenge, or creating a horror game. Yeah. Or something like silly.
Yeah. I feel like creating a horror game is bringing new people into the game dev niche, because I feel like that kind of captures people that aren't already paying attention to game dev content, and it's like bringing them in.
Horror game is like the easiest
yeah
thing to get into.
Yeah. Without
anything really, movies, games. People love watching people be scared. So.
Totally. Yeah. I heard recently, because I was trying to do a little bit of background research for people that I bring onto this podcast. And I learned something new that I didn't realize before, and that's that you used to have a job at Google.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Can you take me through like your sort of career trajectory that brought you to where you are now?
Yeah, so I finished college, and Google went to my college, and I somehow like was like, hey, hi. Here's this little game I made or whatever. Like, I made a game just to show off to interviewers.
Nice.
And so I was doing a ton of interviews for a ton of companies. And Google actually rejected me for the full-time job, but they had this program called engineering residency for like underrepresented groups. So I was a Hispanic woman, so like, oh, I'm a let me apply. So the interview process, I think apart from I think I did 1 or 2 interviews. For the main one, they were like, nah. Because I'm good at talking, but when it comes to like when they ask the tough questions,
Yeah.
I was like, oof.
Yeah.
It's like, how? Yeah, recursion, horrible. I'm still lost on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got recommended to this program, and somehow I passed all the 6, 7 interviews. I don't know, there were a lot. And so it was nice because it didn't just throw you into the deep end. It was a 1-year program. I got like 3 months of training. And I learned more there than in college about software engineering.
Yeah.
My teammates were really nice. They would like leave like 4 essays of like notes regarding my code and how I should fix it.
Oh, nice.
Which made me a better developer. But yeah, I did that when 2 different teams. It was a nice program. I think they shut it down. But after, it was during COVID as well. So I was doing that, but I just kind of felt like empty. Like I was a little bored. It wasn't really, it was fun, like a nice project, but it's not what I wanted to do. So after the 1 year, I just decided not to even pursue the possibility of continuing there. And I just decided I had started a YouTube channel right before I started that job, because COVID hit and it was summer and nothing was happening. I was like, what do I do? Yeah. And I just decided to continue the YouTube channel because I wasn't doing too bad, and I had savings now, and I lived with my parents, so I could just pay a little bit.
Yeah, that's
but not too much.
Yeah.
And then from there, I had no idea what I was doing, to be honest. I just grew my YouTube channel, and then I got into hackathons for some reason. Then I traveled all over the place doing hackathons, and I would win some money, which helped.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I've never heard of anybody doing that.
Yeah, I've done a lot of weird things. Like I've just been trying stuff. I'm like, what about this?
What propels those decisions though? Are you like trying to find like something that you find interesting or fulfilling, or?
Yeah, well, I thought it was cool, and I thought I could win money.
That's the combo. Yeah.
So it was a Web3, like crypto stuff. Like I like the technology, not all the scams that came with.
It's super
like I thought
interesting.
It was cool.
Yeah, like a decentralized ledger system. Yeah. Yeah,
like the idea is cool, and so I would just go to all these like little hackathons, and I was like, oh, it's easy to make money in these things. Like if you know how to sell the product.
Yeah.
Because the product isn't even good, but if you sell it well, which I knew how to sell it well, for some reason, I don't know why, but
this is so funny. Sorry, I love the idea of you just like hopping around from like city to city and just basically like coming
country to country, not even city to city.
My word.
I've gone to Mexico, Amsterdam. Yeah, it was also like another way to travel. I was like, okay, like sometimes they would pay for me to go, like the plane ticket. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna say no.
Wait, how does that work? Wait. How did they? Okay,
well,
I have no idea how these
happen. Group of like woman thing, and they would fund women.
Oh,
to go.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
I really took advantage of my woman stature.
Yeah.
you gotta use what you got,
Totally. That's so interesting. I feel like there's this whole world of like hackathon competition that I'm so blind to, and you like became like a celebrity where you were just like taking the world by storm, getting flown in and winning all these cash prizes
not,
and stuff.
not that intense, but yeah, I definitely made some friends along the way because we would meet each other at the hackathon.
Nice.
It was a weird experience. But yeah, after a while I got burnt out because it's not good to like not sleep and travel a lot. And I kept getting sick for some reason. COVID was going around. I don't know. So, and so I stopped doing that. I just decided to continue focusing on YouTube and the games now with, let's just make this game. And now I'm going to continue making games, and that's going to be my main focus.
Nice. That's so. Are you thinking that your YouTube content will primarily be like devlogs about a new project?
No, I'm still gonna make like cool videos, but like I'm gonna try to make them simpler or less often. Devlogs also don't do well for me, and I haven't figured out why. I think it's either I'm not interesting, or what I'm saying is not interesting, or the thumbnail or title are not hitting.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one it is.
I heard something really interesting from Gavin, the dev that made Choo Choo Charles and now Cuff Bust. He was talking about how he started his YouTube channel creating tutorials, and then he kind of had to fight his audience demographic when he started uploading devlogs, because it was like a totally different audience and it wasn't what they signed up for. And so he kind of had to like choose to like have his devlogs perform worse, and over time I think it like altered the people who were watching his videos to people who wanted to watch devlog content. I don't know, but I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. You kind of have to force, like with my new content, a lot of tutorial people were annoyed. You were like, I'm going to unfollow you now. You're not making tutorial anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe I'll just force them to. The issue is now with, I kind of rely on YouTube for an income, and sponsors are kind of annoying in the way that they look at view counts.
Yeah.
So like all my experimental videos lately, a lot of them now are like, oh, you're not getting a lot of views lately, so we don't want to pay you this much. Or so now it's like, okay, well, the views are kind of dictating how much money.
Yeah. Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, do you choose to make a video that will get less views? And it's now it's a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
But
it's
I'm
always
hoping,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. I'm hoping the games will offset that, like over time, the revenue.
Yeah.
So I don't have to depend on sponsors.
Yeah. I think that's what I like too, is like having games that are out and on different platforms and like supplementing income with daily sales. I think even if you launch a game and it's not a hit, just having titles that are out there, being able to make income that way. Yeah.
Even if it's not like a hit, if you have like a bunch of small games, like slowly accumulates like passive income over time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm interested. So you said you learned a lot from releasing your last Steam game. What changes are you making for your next game?
Yeah, so might already be working on one, but
Ooh.
The changes were that we scoped it correctly.
That's good.
Wow. Big change. We were like, let's make a smaller game. Like something that's not like, it has difficult mechanics, but it's not like there's not too much of it. It's like focused. And yeah, well, we scoped it, we set up like timelines, and we set up beforehand, we wrote a little document stuff we want to have in the game,
Yeah.
which we didn't do before for
Yeah.
some reason. And this game has still been a little kind of off the rails, but it's now more controlled because the game is simpler.
Yeah.
So it's not like, okay, there's not much that can go off the rails, We kind of like know what we want.
Yeah, I used to work as a gameplay programmer at a game studio, and I remember thinking, like, why do we need this game design document with like design pillars and stuff? Like, we basically know what the game's gonna look like. Can't we just like build it? And that was young and naive Thomas. And now I realize, like, when I have to do the designing myself, turns out having your ideas written out helps a lot.
Yeah, but also I don't like big game design documents. Like I think they're kind of limiting in a way. Like the games change so much while you make it and while you play it and how you feel about it. And I think being too specific is bad, but I think like an overarching like the goal, like what it should accomplish, the feeling the player should have, the audience it should reach. Like the main features. I think that's important. But once you start to get nitpicky, you kind of go against your own progress.
Yeah, totally. Welcome back. Day 2 of the Thomas and Samyam podcast.
No more pink though.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me move this water bucket because it's making too much like dripping water. All right, sorry.
Do you have a leak?
No, the Brita water
Yeah.
can, it's like,
Yeah. Like always filtering.
yeah.
Yeah. We have a heat wave where I live this week. And so
Oh,
it's
really?
been like super hot. And our air conditioning is like making this weird squealing noise. And it's
That's
just
not
like
good.
I feel bad for it. Yeah. It's like it's trying its hardest, but yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
it starts out, I try and make the house really cool in the morning, and then by the end of the day it's just like so hot and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, game development. So you're working on this cool new project. You said that you scoped it correctly, which is great. How long do you anticipate that it's going to take for you to complete it? Oh, you don't have to say if you want to do like a we can just move on.
You will find out in a while.
in a while.
We've already been working on it
Okay, nice.
for a while.
Nice. Okay.
Like after fixing all the bugs with the other game, we're like, all right, next.
Yeah. That's cool. So you feel like you were able to keep up a good pace and work on developing it?
Yeah. Why is my thing blurry? It's out of focus. Oh no.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Oh, hello. These work. Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice. Most of the feedback
Sorry.
that I get from people on these videos is that they just listen to them while they work anyway. So I don't know how many people actually watch it, but I like watching podcasts where you get to see
The
people
what?
talk,
Oh, the
but-
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do in the morning sometimes while
Yeah.
getting ready.
Yeah. Let me.
What was the question?
Yeah, I forgot.
Did you say something?
I don't know, man. Where are we?
I'm really bad with interviews because I like get off track.
I'm getting lost too.
Yeah.
So, I'm always curious to hear people's inspirations for either game dev or YouTube or other artistic endeavors. Are there people like YouTubers or game developers that you follow that you want to emulate?
YouTubers or game developers? Well, YouTubers, I kind of look at everyone to see what they're doing. Like
But
Juniper.
are there people that you think are doing really well?
Juniper Dev. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if she's in last year or so. She's like
Mm-hmm.
risen up. So I'm like, I look at her videos. I'm, what is she doing?
Yeah, she makes good content.
Yeah, she's a good pacing in her. Like she's funny sarcastically in her videos. I kind of look at a lot of stuff. Polymars plus also. When I was trying to pivot, I was looking a lot at his stuff and like how he kind of interacts with his video, like with his audience in the live stream. Well, because his videos are just live streams, like cut up for his channel. Wow, there's a huge storm outside. I looked at Bargy a lot. He hasn't posted in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, like big name ones like that. I just kind of look at how they're successful and see like what I can take away from it. And developers, I mean, I don't know the name off the top of my head. I just think a lot of games are cool that I share on my Twitter.
Oh yeah.
One studio I love is just Landfall Games.
Yeah, same.
At its peak.
Yeah.
Like they just always like quality content. Like they just hit every time.
Yeah, they I don't know what it is, but it's like everything that they set out to do, they just do it with excellence, and it's like always a compelling product. Yeah.
And they're like really good at marketing. Not them, like making games that market themselves.
Yeah. Right.
Which I also like look at. How are they like content warning was genius. Where you like share your recording after. I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, it's super smart. Did you have difficulty trying to figure out how to market your past game, or is it something that you were able to lean on your YouTube audience for, or how did you navigate that?
Yeah, I definitely had difficulty. I did lean a little bit on my audience just to get the initial word out, but turns out my audience does not like cozy games, which was another mistake I made. Bad audience mismatch with the actual game. It turns out like 18 to 35-year-old males don't really play cozy cat games that much. Game developers. So yeah, that was difficult, but luckily we got into 2 fests. One was the Women's Fest, and that brought us the most wish lists actually out of the other fest. The other fest was the Idol Fest.
Oh yeah.
So we went into the Idol Fest. That got us like 2K wish list, I think, which was fine. But the problem was there was like 50 other desktop games that also just announced during the fest. And I was like, oh my God, now we just look like a copycat. Even though we've been working on it for a year.
Yeah.
Like everyone just decided to announce it at the same fest. And I was like, we don't stand out anymore.
Yeah. That's got to be like a little validating though, that like you were on to the trend, you know?
No, yeah.
Like,
no, I'm really good with trends.
Yeah.
Is one thing I'm really good at. Like I know, but the thing is we didn't scope. Like if we had done it if we had done it like right, I would have been rolling in cash by now. No. But everything's a learning experience, really.
That's right.
I'm really good at trends because I'm always looking at trends.
Yeah. That's something that I've been trying to do more of, because I feel like I feel guilty playing video games now because I always have so much work to do. And so it's hard for me to carve out times to like play games. And I've been scheduling it into my calendar so that I force myself to play games. And like, it sounds funny, but it is like for market research purposes, you know, and I feel like the best game developers and designers are ones that expose themselves to a lot of different good games, you know, and then they kind of pick up on the intuition that, like signifying quality and stuff. So do you do that for like market research purposes, or do you just game for fun? Or
well, I haven't been able to game much in the last few years just because I was doing stuff, and now it is kind of hard, like you say, like I'm like, oh, I should be working.
Yeah.
But But recently I've been playing a little bit more on my Steam Deck because now I force myself off the computer.
Yeah.
And now it's like a separate entity. Like, okay, now I have my Steam Deck. I can play on this. And so I've wanted to play games just because I want to see how they do stuff. But I just have not found the time to be
Yeah. Yep. It's not easy.
Yeah, but if it's actually a good market research, I think you can deduct the game from
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, this is used for my like I think something like that. Which I
Yeah.
find funny.
Right.
But yeah, I do want to play more games. But if anything, I just usually watch like a little YouTube video, or like I just skim to the part that I'm curious about. Like, what are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I got the idea.
Yeah. You don't have to actually.
I don't need to play it anymore.
Yeah. That's probably smart, and you could probably save a lot of money doing that too.
Yeah, well, it's different. You don't get the experience of playing it, and the UX is a little like you don't know how clunky it feels or whatever.
Yeah. How is it playing on the Steam Deck? That's something that just this past week or two I have seriously considered getting one because they seem great, but I haven't talked to anybody. I've talked to one person that had one and then he left it on a plane by accident, which is a bummer. But
I think it's really good. It pretty much plays most Steam games
yeah,
on it. The quality's great. Of course, for I bought like the Harry Potter
oh yeah,
open world one. The quality is far less than if you'd play on a desktop. But it gets the point across. It's good enough. It doesn't look horrible. My only caveats with it are that the battery drains super fast if you're playing those kind of games. And it's really big, which is good for the screen, but for me, I'm very tiny and I can't like hold it up. Like my arms are like
you gotta hit the gym.
I am. I'm like this by default.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just heavy for me. So I have to like position it on a pillow, and then I'm kind of like weird, and then my arms end up getting a little numb in like that position.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you won't have that issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's just
we'll
me,
see.
a me thing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
how
think
does it
it's
compare
great.
to like compared to a Nintendo Switch? I imagine you probably don't have the same issues.
No, I have a Switch, the first one. I like it more just because I have more games to access. That's pretty much it. The Switch I like better though in terms of the weight.
Yeah.
And also they're exclusives, but
Yeah.
you can't have it all, can you?
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, but if you have a Steam Deck, you can put your games on the Steam Deck. But you have one, right?
I don't have a Steam Deck.
Oh, I thought you put your game on a Steam Deck.
I don't remember. I tried to go through the verification process for Steam Deck, but I didn't. I didn't put any
Maybe
games
I'm
on.
just confusing you for some.
I have games on Switch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I mixed it up.
Yeah. I put both my games on Switch. Yeah. So all major.
Well, I
platforms
recommend
now.
it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna publish more games, like just put it on Switch. They sell.
Yeah.
Pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have one yet on Switch.
Yeah. Totally.
When I do, I will let you know.
Perfect. I'm also curious, how do you deal with, this is like one of my favorite questions to ask people because everybody does things a little differently, but how do you deal with like motivation and discipline to work on projects?
It's been a little struggle for me over the years. I kind of tend to hop from project to project without finishing it. Because I get excited about the next one.
Yeah.
And so I actually was pretty frustrated with myself because I wouldn't finish the projects I would do. But YouTube is, for example, YouTube is different in the way that each video is like its own little project and the scope is small. So I was able to like continue that over a long time. But for bigger games, what helped me was in the end partnering up with my friend for the game. And I kind of created like a dependence. Like, oh, I have to finish the game.
Yeah.
He's
Like
depending on it too.
external motivation.
And an external motivator in a way. That helped. That worked for me. And then once I have something like that and a deadline, I just like hyper focus on it. Like I will not stop until it is done, which was actually very unhealthy. I am not gonna lie.
Okay. Yeah. So then that works for like motivation and discipline, but then did you experience much burnout or after launching the game or in general? How do you deal with that?
I was burnt out the whole time.
Nice.
And after too, yeah. And it impacted my health too in a way. Yeah, yeah. Like for example, when I was working on I don't know if you've heard Bumby, the little dog game I was working on for Game Maker. I did it in a month. The initial prototype. And I literally one day I pulled an all-nighter and then I would just forget to eat dinner sometimes.
Oh my word.
I was just like, oh, I gotta finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I never like took a good break from game dev. Even if I would go on a trip or something, I'm still burnt out from that game because it was a lot, and Unity was also a lot, which also added to my burnout. Like the tools within Unity, we had to build a lot from scratch because some Unity stuff just did not work like that we're supposed to.
Yeah.
And we had to use a lot of third-party assets, and things would break all the time, like randomly. Like it just worked, and then the next startup it wouldn't work, and now you're like, oh, okay, like no explanation.
Dang.
Or the game wouldn't even build for no reason. It would just work one day, the other day it would not work.
What did you use for source control, like to share the project between you and Walter? Did you use Git or the internal Unity version control?
Yeah, we used Git and Git Kraken, but this is a really big hassle. I would not recommend it because they're not good with big file sizes.
Yeah.
And every time we would change something in the scene, it would like reset the other person's scene completely. And like some fields would just randomly get reset, even if we would choose, let's say we choose my scene. Sometimes, imagine all the things I like set in the game, like in the inspector view, like, oh, I'm setting all these things. They would just disappear sometimes.
Fantastic.
And I'm like, and then it wouldn't work. And then we spent hours and it's like, oh, it's just not there. That's why it doesn't work.
Oh,
so now we're using the built-in Unity one, which has actually worked pretty perfectly.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going back to Git.
Yeah. Good to know. Yeah, because I've ran into a lot of issues like that, especially at my last job. We would use we'd push everything to a Git repo, and some of those files in Unity would just be a nightmare, especially if multiple people were working in the same scene and like trying to coordinate.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't work in the same scene.
Yeah, we would like try and break out parts of the scenes into different prefabs, so then we could like work on the individual prefabs. But
yeah, that's the only way.
yeah. So
it's annoying though.
Yep, it requires a lot of communication, which is like one of the benefits of being a solo developer versus working on a team. But it's also very nice that you can just depend on somebody else to do a lot of the work.
Yeah. Well, in our case, we're still kind of working in our own scenes because, merging scenes is never a great idea.
Yeah.
So we're still using the prefab stuff, but now things just don't disappear. So that's nice.
That's great. I had another question, but I can't remember what it was.
Beats me.
I don't know. While I'm thinking, is there anything that you wanted to talk about?
Well, if I'm put on the spot, I'm not sure. This has to be like a leading question, I think.
No? Oh, yeah. So like your career trajectory has seemed pretty organic, where you're kind of like following your interests and trying a lot of different things and like learning and improving and growing. And I'm curious, like, do you have like like a 5-year plan? Do you want to like grow out a game studio? Do you want to continue like building up your YouTube channel as like your primary thing, or do you kind of like the do you have any like long-term goals, or are you like focused on becoming a better game dev, or what does that look like for you?
Yeah, so I don't plan that far ahead because things change too often.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of go with the flow, but right now my plan is to continue the YouTube, of course, um, and to just continue to make a lot of games, just pump out games, just
Yeah.
churn them out,
Nice.
just go ham with with reason,
Yeah.
with more breaks.
Yeah. Try not to
Yeah,
burn
like
yourself.
yeah, like a smaller games to start, just because it's easier to get something out
Mm-hmm.
and for focusing as well. And it's better to, well, if you're just starting out, it's better to publish a lot of smaller games to
Mm-hmm.
see what people are interested in, what kind of hits. Kind of like YouTube, doing a
Mm-hmm.
test video.
Yeah.
But YouTube's easier because you don't have to spend like 3 years on a game
Yeah.
before knowing if it's good.
Yeah. That's
I
so
mean,
true.
there are ways to circumvent that by like, I don't know if you know how to market a game, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Sikowski.
I don't know his last name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he talks about a lot about like showing your progress online
Mm-hmm.
and like being public, and like that's how you get people to be interested over time. But I don't like, for small games that doesn't really speak to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get one up and done. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just here it is. Do you like it? No, maybe. Okay, next one. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um yeah, what? So
I
sorry.
well, I feel that a lot myself as well, because I have been paying attention a lot to the Sock Pop Collective. I don't know if you're familiar with them,
Yeah.
but they run a Patreon model where they've changed it up over the years, but originally they were doing, we release one game a month and you pay us a couple bucks and you get a new game every month, and they're very small scoped. And I just thought that was a really interesting and compelling like model for developing video games, because you can kind of just like explore all these different ideas. You don't have to invest too much into
Mhm.
making them, but then you also kind of run into this issue where you don't get kind of the depth of games. And like, so I don't know if there's like if there's a sweet spot for development timelines or not.
I really think it just depends on the genre.
Yeah.
Like how complicated the game is. Like
Yeah.
most things you can like their most popular one, Stacklands, is really just one big feature.
Yeah.
Like just the cards and like interacting with each other, and it's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a lot more simpler than some of their other games.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stacklands took like 10 months though, or something.
Yeah, I'm not
It's not
familiar.
like your 1
Yeah.
month.
Right.
Your 1 month.
Yeah. Or like maybe
Um,
they started with it and then they like kept building it out or something once interest was there.
Yeah, well, I think that what they do is now they're working on longer games. So I think to get more of the depth once they saw that the other games did better. Because
Mhm.
their shorter games were nice, but they're not really like Steam marketable. Like they're not gonna be like hits. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like they're more like itch.io kind of vibe,
Yeah.
kind of like small games or whatever. But I think once they saw the Stacklands and some, I think their weird gardening horror game. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. The
what
gnome
it's
one.
called.
Yeah,
Grun.
yeah. Yeah.
I think now I'm not sure though, but I think now they're doing longer games. But oh wow, I'm just like invisible
Whoa.
here.
Yeah, I feel like I
Hello?
just lost my contact lenses.
Okay. It's like
And
those
see.
ASMR videos.
Yeah.
What was I? Oh, yeah. I think now they're like each person works on a slightly longer. Like I think they're still doing the monthly for the Patreon,
Mhm.
but some of the teams are like doing the longer games,
Mhm.
and they kind of like cycle that way, which is
Yeah.
good in a way.
Yeah, I think they removed the promise of like monthly games. So
Yeah.
they're like, we'll release whatever we're working on when we can, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it does really depend on the game because you know that how digging a hole game. What
Mm-hmm.
was it? You dig a goal. He made it in like 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Maybe get
Yeah.
like a millionaire.
Yeah.
I think
That's
off the
wild.
digging off the little hole, and it's a really simple game. It
Yeah.
just uses one mechanic, so there's not the depth isn't that mechanic basically. So I really think it just depends on like how
Yeah.
much time do you have, what the goal is,
Yeah.
the
Interesting.
idea.
But you are interested in making like very short scoped games like that?
Like sock pop or
Like it sounds like you're less interested in games like Sock Pop, but more like the
yeah,
digging
like
the whole game or yeah.
yeah, kind of digging the hole, but maybe a little more because
Hmm.
that's just pressing one button and
Yeah.
digging the hole.
Yeah. Right.
There's not much games you could simulate that do that.
Yeah.
Click a button
Yeah.
and like dig stuff. But yeah, something along like maybe like 2-3 month
Mm-hmm.
development times.
Yeah.
But
I
do
think
a
that'd be
couple
ideal
games a
too.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
and then I think you kind of well, I didn't know what this game, but you kind of after a while looking at the Steam games and stuff, you kind of know if a video is going to do well sometimes like on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I can sometimes I make a video, I know it's going to do well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I guess wrong, but after you make one or after you see other people, like you kind of like build up that tolerance to like to know what would do well. And so you just deliberately come up with an idea and a game that you know would like resonate with people versus just making your dream game,
Yeah.
which is usually like no one will
Yeah. Right.
play. I'm making my dream game. It's an open world RPG. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it's like so
Too
niche.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
niche games are good, but like sometimes it's just random.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's I've seen people do it wrong both ways where they're like, yeah, I want to make my dream game, and then it's like super like weird and abstract, and it's like something that they would like, and it's too
Yeah.
big in scope and they never finish it. But I've also seen the inverse where it's like we want to make it appeal to everybody, and so it's very vanilla and it doesn't have like much character to it, you know, where they're just like, we want to
Yeah.
make like a you just use a recipe that's already worked, you know, and just try and like gauge the audience without like, I don't know. It's hard. I feel like there is a place where your own taste should influence the games that you're
Oh
making.
no,
You know?
definitely.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Like as I was saying with my cozy game, I don't play cozy games, so I just
Yeah.
completely did not hit my audience.
Totally.
But I'm more saying for the people that are like they don't even look at the market
Yeah.
before making the game.
Yeah.
Like they don't even know if their game would be like if people want to play, like if people play those type of games.
Yeah. I've been doing I know I started doing this because I know a couple of other people have done this, and it's trained their like intuition. Like I know Ryan Clark was doing live streams doing this, and then David Whaley was also doing this, but pulling up the Steam charts every day and seeing what's on like the new and trending tab and seeing like what people are interested in, and just going through that list like on a daily basis, then you kind of get to see what people are interested in, what kind of games are like popping off, and you
Yeah.
kind of get to, and you can also kind of see like a lot of really good Steam pages too. So then when you're setting up your own Steam page, you kind of know like what the quality bar is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that every day.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I'll add you to my list of
that's how I-
examples. Yeah.
It's kind of like my YouTube. I just
Yeah.
scroll down my home feed to see what's recommended to me
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
and see what's popping.
Cool.
I find it fun though. It's not like a chore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's always fun to see like what surprises you, or like new games that you hadn't heard of and you're like, oh, that's a really cool idea, or like a really
Yeah.
fun execution. Yeah.
Like, oh, I should have made it.
Yeah. That could have been
Damn,
me.
that one was easy. How did I think of that?
Yeah. I think that's all the questions that I had. Is there anything that you wanted to go over before we wrap things up?
Not particularly.
Cool. Easy enough. Thanks for coming on to the podcast. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I'm excited to see the new game that you're working on. I will provide links for your game. I always forget it. Desktop Cat Cafe. That's it. And
Very
also your
literal.
YouTube channel. Yeah, it's in the name, which is great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want me to link?
You said my Twitter, right?
Oh yeah, I'll do Twitter too. Yeah, YouTube,
Oh,
Twitter,
yeah.
Steam.
Oh, right, YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube. Just
Yeah.
the 100,000 people that watch my videos and subscribe to my stuff there. Yeah.
I'm sure some of them are bots.
Yeah, probably. Okay, cool. Well, thanks again, and I will see awkward outro.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me.
Yep. See ya.
All right. See ya. Have a good one.